We're going to begin today's practice in a comfortable seated position. Maybe you're up sitting cross-legged, maybe you're on your knees, and you can be sitting onto a pillow. Whatever is most comfortable in your body. You want to be sitting with a long, tall spine, shoulders stacked over the hips. The gaze is neutral to the rim in front of you. We're going to start to take just a few gentle circles with the upper body. Pausing once you come through center and changing in the opposite direction. Just bringing a little bit of movement into the spine, the waist, the hips. Find your neutral, sit up tall. Place the hands either on the knees or on the floor beside you. We're going to move through a few seated cat and cow positions. So from your comfortable seat, again, whether you're sitting on your bum or onto your knees, either is fine. We're going to come into a cow-like back by reaching the tailbone behind you, drawing the heart forward and lifting it up to the sky. On an exhale, round the spine, scoop the tailbone beneath you, chin to chest, gaze to your belly button. Big breath in for a cow pose, tailbone lifts behind you, heart comes forward, then lifts up as you gaze up. Exhale for a rounded cat-like back, scoop the tailbone beneath you, draw the belly button to the room behind you as you draw your chin to the chest and gaze to the belly. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat, really exaggerating that rounded spine, hollowing out the chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale for cow. Stay with that same motion or interlace the fingers behind the head. Draw the elbows back behind you. Let the head rest in the hands as you gaze up. On the exhale, bring the elbows forward as if they're trying to touch. They don't have to. And then reach the elbows down towards the belly button, rounding through your spine. Inhale, cow-like back. Heart comes forward and up. Draw the elbows back behind you as if they're trying to touch. Exhale, rounded spine. Bringing the elbows forward now and down to the belly. Big breath in. Open up. Exhale, rounded spine. Be mindful of how much pressure you're putting on the back of the neck here. Inhale. Exhale. Either variation, take 3 more at your own pace. No rush at all to get there, but once you finish your 3, just landing in a neutral spine. Release the arms at your sides. Give the shoulders a bit of a roll. In both directions. Find your neutral. From here, we're going to place the right hand on the chest. The palm is on the chest, fingers are reaching to the left. The left hand is going to go on the belly, palm is on the belly button, and the fingertips are pointing to the right. Sit up nice and tall here, find length through your entire front body. Shoulders are over the hips. Take a big breath in first to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, start to guide the chest, so keep the palm where it is, but slide the fingers towards the left, encouraging your upper body to twist to the left. At the same time, the belly, the hand on the belly, is stabilizing. So don't let the belly button move to the left. Keep the belly button facing forward. Guide just the upper torso to the left. Once you feel that belly button under the palm of your hand start to slide over, that's where you're going to pause. Turn the gaze over the left shoulder if you like and if it feels okay in your neck. And really just focusing on this twist on the upper part of your spine. Keep directing the belly button forward. Every breath in, lengthen. Every breath out, maybe you can deepen the twist just a little bit by using the palm on the chest to guide just the upper part of the chest over to the left. Slowly release the right hand onto the left knee. Release the left hand behind you. Deepen the twist all the way now. So now we're allowing the belly button to come into the twist as well. Gaze is coming over the left shoulder. Every breath in lengthens, every breath out deepens the twist. Slowly release, come back through center. Right hand comes on the floor beside you to the right, left fingertips sweep up and over to the right. Coming into a side bend here. We want to maintain some length through the spine, so don't just dump over onto the floor. Lengthen as if someone's drawing you from the top of the head. Then reach the left fingertips over to the right. Notice if the left shoulder, left armpit's creeping towards the floor in front of you. Can you stay open through the chest? Press down firm through the left hip. Rise back up on the breath in. And exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in. Soft breath out. Release the hands behind you. If the legs are crossed, see if you can cross them in the opposite direction. So the opposite leg is going to come in front. Once we land in that cross-legged position, we'll start to take those gentle circles. Again, you can stay sitting on your knees or whatever comfortable seated position you found before. Knowing that you can come out and change your seated position at any time. Circle the opposite direction. Find your center. From here in the center, we're going to place the left hand on the heart. Fingertips are pointing to the right. Right hand on the belly, with the belly button roughly beneath the palm. Fingers point left. Sit up tall first. Find some length. Once you find that length, take a big breath in. On the exhale, belly button stays facing forward. Start to guide the chest over to the right. You're not going to be able to twist very deep here. That's normal. Keep the left hip rooted and the left side of the waist reaching over to the left and back. So that the belly button stays facing roughly forward. Keep breathing here in this twist. Finding some space in the upper spine. Every breath in lengthens, every breath out deepens the twist just a little bit. Maybe each breath in you come out a little, and each breath out you go back into the twist. And once you find your depth of twist, pausing there in breath. And from here, we're going to slowly release the left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Complete the twist by gazing over the right shoulder, allowing the whole spine to get involved now. The belly button can now start to reach over to the right side of the room. Maybe use the right hand behind you to press into the floor, lengthen up through the spine. Once you find that length, see if you can apply gentle pressure to the right knee to deepen the twist. Just watching that you're never forceful here, only going just to the point of sensation. Slowly release back through center. Left hand comes onto the mat to the left, right fingertips reach up high. Sweep over to the left for your side stretch. Come back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Full cycle of breath here. Let it go. We're going to come to sit with our legs extended long. Maybe giving the legs a little bit of wiggle, especially if you were sitting cross-legged. Find some stillness, flex the ankles, draw the toes towards your face. You can lift up the hips, slide the glutes from beneath you. If that helps you sit up a little bit taller. With the legs extended long, we're going to keep the left leg just as it is. Bend through the right leg. Pick up the right foot and cross it over to the outside of the left. From here, we're going to start to slide the left foot over further towards the outer left hip, bringing the right knee to rest on top of the left knee. You may have a bit of a gap there, that's okay. The right heel's reaching towards the outer left hip, it does not have to touch. You can stay here with the left leg extended long, or you can come into double shoelace pose by sending some weight into the left hip, bend at the left knee, and draw the right heel now into, or left heel rather, in towards the right hip. Again, just stacking both knees on top of each other. And the legs are in a kind of crisscross position with the bum on the floor. So either variation, both knees bent, the right heel is by the left hip, left heel is by the right hip. Or you can keep that left leg extended long in half shoelace pose. Either variation works perfect for this position. Sitting up tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. This time, as we exhale, bring the arms out in front of you. Cross the left arm over the right. Bend at the elbows. And either take hold of opposite shoulders or start to draw the back side of the hands towards each other, maybe even crossing at the wrists and bringing the palms to touch. And so we're crossed at the elbows, holding onto shoulders, or coming into the bind by bringing the palms together. Start to draw the forearms away from your face if the palms are reaching for each other. Either way, so whether the hands are on the shoulders or reaching up, we want the elbows to come in line with the shoulders, not dipping down here. Sit up nice and tall, squeeze the forearms together, breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, start to round through the spine, cat-like back. Chin to chest and draw your elbows to your belly button. Bringing the forehead towards the knees. Big breath in, lift up. Elbows in line with the shoulders, sit up tall. Exhale to round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to round. One more time. Rising up on the in-breath. Slowly uncross the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, start to fold forward over your legs, keeping a straight spine if you're able. So again, the left leg can be bent with the heel towards your hip. That's going to be more of a hip stretch. If the left leg is extended long, you're going to feel this a little bit more into the back of the left thigh. So it's not that one is further advanced than the other necessarily. It's just a matter of what stretch you're looking for today. So with my left leg extended here, I'm feeling a stretch into the back of the left hamstring, creating some length through the left thigh. You may be feeling it into the outer hips or glute area, especially if both legs are bent. Really think about sending your tailbone down into the floor and the crown of your head away from it. Instead of trying to touch your forehead to the shin, think about reaching the belly button beyond the knees. If the left leg is extended, make sure the toes continue to pull towards your face and point up to the sky. They're not flopping over to either side. Slowly walk yourself back up. Maybe bring the hands back behind you, open your heart up to the sky, reverse that fold, relax the left leg if it's extended. Come back to neutral. Extend the left leg if it's not already there. Let the right leg join it at the bottom of the mat. Give both of your legs a wiggle. Draw circles with the toes in both directions. Then we're going to move through the opposite side. So come to sit up tall. Bend through the left knee, bring the sole of the left foot onto the floor. Left foot's going to lift up, step over to the outside of the right. And from here, that left foot is going to start to slide over to the right side a little further. And start to draw the heel back towards the right hip. Going only as far as your body allows, never forcing it. Roughly stacking the knees on top of each other. And then see if you can mimic what you did on the first side. So if the leg was extended the first side, keep it extended this side. Otherwise, you can tip over onto the right hip, bend at the right knee, and let the right heel come to rest on the outside of the left hip. Coming into that double shoelace pose. Again, the knees are stacked on top of each other. Soles of the feet are pointing back behind you. Whichever variation works for you. Find your tall spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, big breath in. This time on the exhale, bring the arms out in front of you. Right arm comes over top of the left this time. Maybe you take hold of opposite shoulders. Maybe you start to reach the fingertips to the sky. Back of the hands start to reach towards each other. It's okay to stop here as well. Maybe you hold a strap between your hands and just use that for a little bit of tension. If you have space in your body, you can bring the palms around, crossing at the wrists, and the palms come to touch. Nice tall spine here. Elbows are in line with the shoulders for either variation. If the fingertips are pointing to the ceiling, start to draw the forearms a bit away from your face. And really breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears to maintain a long neck. Breathe in for some length. As you exhale, round the spine, cat leg back. Draw the elbows in towards the belly button. Tuck your chin. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, rounded spine. Inhale, come on up. 3 more at your own pace. Pause at the lift. And slowly release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Straightening through the spine. The right sole of the foot is facing to the rim in front of you if the leg is extended. Think about really drawing the right hip back away from that right heel without actually moving the foot. And if the legs are crossed, think about squaring up the hips. Both hips equal distance from the floor and equal distance from the front of the mat. Stay open through the chest by drawing the collarbones away from each other. Every breath in, lengthen the leg and lengthen the spine. Every breath out, surrender to gravity, maybe sink a little bit deeper into your fold. Slowly walk back up. Maybe that gentle back bend. Open your heart to the ceiling. And then extend the left leg long to the bottom of the mat. Uncross the legs and give them a wiggle. Draw some circles with the toes in both directions. Bend through the knees and come to land on your back. With the knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, start to reach the right foot up towards the ceiling. You can interlace the fingers behind the right thigh, really sending the right heel up, the right hip down into the mat. Creating some length up the right leg. Just gently drawing it in a little bit closer towards you. You can draw some circles with the right toes in both directions. Finishing once again with a flexed ankle. Take just one more big breath here. Turn the toes to face the right side of the room, bend through the right knee. Let the pinky toe edge of the right foot land on the left thigh, creating a figure 4 shape with the legs for thread the needle or recline pigeon pose. Start to direct the right knee away from the shoulders without lifting the left hip. And if you're still not quite feeling a stretch here, option 2, reach between the space you've created between your thighs, draw the left knee in towards the left shoulder, interlacing the fingers behind the left thigh or the left shin. Let the shoulders and head rest softly on the floor. Create length up the spine all the way to the tailbone, letting the pelvis press into the mat. As much as the left knee draws in, the right knee continues to reach away from the shoulders. Slowly lower the left foot to the mat. Let the right foot join it. Left foot this time is going to reach up towards the ceiling, interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Find that length. So it's okay to have a little bend in the knee as long as you're feeling a stretch in the back of the left thigh. Just work towards straightening it, even if that means lowering the heel a little bit closer to the floor. Just noticing any subtle changes from left to right sides. It's normal to be a little tighter on one side than other. Just getting a little more used to your own body and those changes, those differences. And if ever you're practicing alone at home, just offering yourself a few extra breaths on the tighter side. Just to allow it to one day hopefully become even with the opposite. We'll draw some circles with the left toes if you like. In both directions. Find stillness in the center. Take a big breath here, creating some light. And then turn the toes to face the left side of the room. Pinky toe edge comes to land on the right thigh. Just do your best to square up the hips with each other and with the floor. Left knee is reaching away from the shoulders, pressing firm through the outer right hip. Stay here, or draw the right knee in towards the outer right shoulder. You can play with the height of the left foot on the right thigh, going closer to the pelvis or further away, and see which feels best. Keep a deep flex in the left ankle. That's going to help protect the left knee joint. The left toes are drawn towards the shin, but the right ankle can be soft and passive. Slowly lower the right foot onto the mat. Let the left foot join it. Just take a gentle sway from side to side with the knees. Find stillness in the center. Let the soles of the feet come to touch. The knees open up like a book. Send your arms out wide at the sides, palms face up. Just start to settle into stillness here on your mat. In the supine Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose. Soft face, soft jaw. Relax your tongue. Let the eyes grow heavy in their sockets as the vision begins to blur. The sounds around you start to fade off into the distance until all that remains is that of your own breath as it moves in and out through your body. When you do feel the mind start to race and dance off into different topics, give it permission to come back to your body, to your practice, to your mat. More specifically, to your breath. Really witnessing the breath as it moves in and out of the body, and the gentle and rise and fall that comes along with it. You can stay here in this position if you like, or you can go to a Shavasana by sending the legs out long. Just taking as long as you choose to, here on your back in stillness. When you do feel ready to get up and go, offer just one or two more breaths, training your body to be okay with stillness. To be okay with the fact that there is nothing for you to do in this very moment other than breathe. with such gratitude for you joining me in practice today and always.
Namaste.